Changes can't happen. Hello all, I'm back to deliver another truth to you about the workplace. Maybe you've gotten off to a rough start. Things in your new job feel impossible and you're making mistakes left and right.
Everything feels wrong and you're stressed and overwhelmed at the thought of ever going back to that hellacious place you call the office.
Your boss is Satan.
You've created all these stories about how you've been set up to fail, your job is awful.
Your job is pretty awful.
You don't have the tools and the resources you need to get better at what you do.
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
But maybe there's a way to stop this vicious cycle of never-ending defeat. Well, here's the truth on that. People can always change. There's always a new day to ask for help, seek more clarity, or get a better handle on your day-to-day activities.
But again, as mentioned here before, you have to be willing to communicate your issues.
Many times when a new hire is brought on, it is expected that they will be experts on the job on day 2.
And unless you're a wizard,
that's not very likely.
Hence a disconnect. Something that fixes a disconnect is, you guessed it, communication.
Studies show that 49% of new hires struggle to understand what their role is in the workplace or how to even begin to hit their target goals.
Imagine a world where you,
as one of those 49%,
could step in and ask questions and feel safe and comfortable in doing so.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Well, the first step here is to try.
Ask the questions,
get the clarity, and try to find solutions on your own.
Owners and hiring managers realize that for at least the first 2 weeks,
you need to be extra available, flexible, even when it seems like you've been over backwards 4 times.
And you've been patient like a saint with your new hire.
Use that time to work out your relationship comfort zones.
If you take the time over the first 2 weeks, you'll have built trust and understanding, which is always positive and motivational.
There will be times that you have to do outside research to figure something out.
Being resourceful is an increasingly desirable trait among the candidate pool these days. People try the thing once, realize they don't immediately know how to do it, and give up.
Or they immediately seek someone to assist them. But in some workplaces, those people are sparse.
Often in small businesses, everyone is running a mile a minute, balancing 6 hats at once. It's a little like watching the Mad Hatter chase the White Rabbit on rabies.
In those instances, it's good to try to solve the issue yourself, or at the very least, find some options to present when you do manage to wrangle your boss or teammate for long enough to discuss the issue.
Once again, owners or hiring managers explicitly make time to sit down with your new hire, even if they claim they are fine. Use the time just to chat then, so that the new hire understands that you really are there for them, which only helps to build their confidence. This is your human resources department if you don't have one. And the more you invest on the front end, the more costs you save later on.
And I promise you won't need to put out nearly as many fires.
Starting from day 1, set the expectation very clearly on how you like to communicate.
Can your boss dish it to you real honestly, or do you need a compliment sandwich approach? Can you handle the honest truth but might need a few minutes to cry in a closet somewhere? These are all important things to consider when setting up the expectations for communication. Ask your boss how much honesty they want. Is it an end-of-day email? Perhaps a Friday update? Getting clarity around the need for conversation protects everyone's time in the best way possible and takes the guesswork out of how often to check in.
While having this conversation, it is important to note that your boss is not a mind reader. I know it'd be awesome if they could whip out their crystal ball and know what you're thinking.
So that you'd never again have to admit that you hate the way Susie coworker chews her gum really loudly in the seat next to you. But that is not the reality.
No mind reading, no crystal balls, just you and your boss needing to speak to one another, probably on some kind of loose schedule.
To check in and measure key performance indicators or KPIs, structured goals, and overall job satisfaction.
Without communication, companies cannot function. And that's the honest truth.